Melanie Joly, who at this point has to be one of Canada's most prominent politicians, with an absurd excuse why Canada doesn't meet its climate targets?
When you said follow the targets, did you mean the 2030, 35 targets or?
Well, the targets that we've set to ourselves. And I think it's important that we understand what we're able to do right now, because when we set these targets at the time, President Trump had not been elected. The IRA was in place, which is the Inflation Reduction.
I mean, are you kidding me? This Melanie Joly person, I wasn't that familiar with her until maybe a few months ago. I saw her a little bit. She is very unimpressive. She's like Jasmine Crockett or someone like that down in the States. I think AOC is more coherent than Melanie Joly. And Trump. So the Republican won? There's what, any given year, a 50% chance of that happening? That is no excuse.
President Trump had not been elected. The IRA was in place, which is the Inflation Reduction Act, and we also were not facing an existential threat to our economy.
That's crazy. The existential threat. Again, that's just an excuse. Just deal with it. So the American president before was maybe a little bit easier to deal with, Joe Biden, in some aspects. You can't just go out here and be like, oh, existential threat. Come on.
We're the government that believes in climate change and believes that we need to counter it. Economy. So we're the government that believes in climate change and believes that we need to counter it.
I just backed it up a little bit. That actually really bothers me as a somewhat young Canadian that knows there are way bigger problems in Canada. When government officials say that, I actually take that like an insult. It is an insult to Canadians. It's pathetic. You can only say that when your basic needs in life have been taken care of. And then even if you have children though, they want a good life. They want to be able to afford life. Cut it out with the climate stuff.
And that's why Eric has just launched the environmental caucus within our government, within the Liberal caucus. And at the same time, we need to make sure that we're able to address the economic impacts of tariffs.
Economic. Again, another thing about Melanie Joly, I'll make another video on this maybe. Well, not on this topic, but her English is sometimes pretty hard to follow. I'm sure she's probably French-speaking person first, but her English, the syllables, the syllables, quite comical. But anyway, I just think she's a terrible representation of Canada and Canadian government or whatever. That's just the way it is. I'm not even trying to be mean. She just doesn't speak well. Very hard to follow what she is saying. But anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Like and subscribe.